Hi, boys and girls. As a part of our Unit 8 Observing the Sky unit, we've been doing some science experiments and talking about different kinds of weather. Today we're going to make a snowstorm in a jar. Last week we made rain in a jar, a cloud in a jar, a tornado in a jar. Now we're going to do a snowstorm in a jar. And I want to read a couple stories about snow while some of our things settle. So first we have a jar partway filled with water. I want to add some white paint to this. So I'm going to get our white paint mixed in so it kind of looks like a milky substance. So we're going to add that in. We might need to add a little more white paint. We'll kind of check. We want it to look like milk. So it looks like we're going to need to add a little bit more white paint in. And we're going to stir that up. Add a little bit more white paint. So it kind of looks like a thin milk here. Now we're going to add a little bit of glitter, white glitter. Kind of make it look pretty. Sometimes the snow is sparkly like that. And then we're going to fill the rest of the jar with baby oil. And then we're going to let our paint mixture settle before we do the ending part where we will want to make the snowstorm. So we'll let that paint mixture settle to the bottom while I read our stories about snow. Then we'll finish our experiment. Okay, so now we have the baby oil mixed in, or poured in, excuse me. It's not going to mix. Let's go ahead and read our story about snow. Snow. This is by Marion Dane Bauer, illustrated by John Wallace. Thank you, Scholastic. The winter world is cold. Here, we'll go ahead and move this out of the way while it's settling. The trees are bare, the grass is brown. Gray clouds crawl across the sky. Clouds are crystals of ice. Each bit of ice clings to a speck of dust. The specks of ice and dust cling to one another. They grow so heavy that they drop from the cloud. Snow. When the air is very cold, the snowflakes stay small and bright. When the air is not so cold, the flakes grow soft and larger. They grow big enough to catch on your mitten or even on your tongue. Each snowflake has 6 sides. They come twirling to the earth in a billion different shapes. Snow dresses the trees. Snow covers the grass. Snow keeps the flowers warm through the long winter. When spring comes, snow melts into puddles, into rivers, into lakes, and gives the earth a fresh, cool drink. But while winter is here, snow makes the cold world beautiful and so much fun. And that's still settling a little bit more, so we're going to also read Blizzards by Justin McCory Martin. Thank you, Scholastic, for letting us read this one also. Look at all that snow. It is a blizzard. It says a blizzard is a storm with heavy snow and strong winds. Look at all that snow. People cannot walk. It says sometimes snow falls so thickly that you cannot see anything. This is called a whiteout. A man tries to walk in a blizzard. Look at all that snow. People cannot drive. Snowflakes look like this up close. Each one is different, but remember they all have 6 sides. Roads are slippery and dangerous in a blizzard. Look at all that snow. People cannot fly. Winds blow snow into tall piles called snowdrifts. Planes wait until it is safe to travel. Look at all that snow. People cannot work or go to school. Icicles are formed when melting snow freezes quickly. School is canceled when there is too much snow. Look, here comes a snowplow. Now people can come out and play. A snowplow uses a huge shovel to clear roads so cars can drive. And it says things to do after blizzard: go sledding, go skating, build a snowman, toss snowballs. And now we can continue our experiment. So you can see the water, the oil and water don't really mix, okay? Our water molecules are polar, which means they have a small positive charge and a negative charge, and they're attracted to each other like a magnet, and they form strong bonds. The oil from the baby oil molecules, they're not polar, so they're more attracted to each other than the water. The oil is less dense than the water, so you can see our oil's on top, and the water mixed with the paint sinks to the bottom. The bottom water remains there, and now we're going to change it though. We're going to use this. It's called Alka-Seltzer. Now, if you do this experiment, you need a grown-up, because Alka-Seltzer is a kind of medicine for people with upset stomachs. And we're going to break apart part of this Alka-Seltzer tablet, and it contains something called sodium bicarbonate, or baking soda, and it's going to react here, and it's going to make bubbles, and the bubbles are going to push the water and paint mixture upward, but the oil is going to want to push it back down. So we should see the effect of the snowing in there very soon. Things moving around like a snowstorm. You can see the reaction starting, and you can start seeing things moving around in here. And it's starting to snow, and you can see the bubbles are pushing upward, but then the oil pushes it back down, and we have our snowstorm happening inside of our jar.